Hi guys. I've made a lot of posts lately about some of the science behind exercise and some of the things you have to know as far as putting together a training program and kind of what's happening to your body when you work out, but I have not made a post kind of talking about me and myself and my credentials. So I thought today I would make a video kind of telling you, the hopefully future clients or current clients, kind of a little bit of my background with fitness and kind of how I got started and kind of my qualifications. I can assure you that I am more than qualified to do this job, but I'll explain to you why that is in a second. But we'll start with just kind of how I got started in fitness, and really got started mostly by accident. I wanted a job while I was going through college that allowed me to help people and also do something that I loved, which was working out and helping people develop a love for exercise as well. So I went ahead when I was 18, before I got even graduated high school, I went and took my certified personal training exam with the ISSA and got that, passed that test. And hadn't really found a job as far as training was concerned, but I was very active at the gym, and I knew a lot of people that worked there, and especially the fitness instructors, because I took a lot of fitness classes at the time, and found out that one of my fellow friends and a fitness instructor was going to be moving to a different gym owned by the same company, and so she was going to have some classes available. And I asked her, how do you go about getting involved in fitness instructing? Because, I have the certification, but I don't really know what to do with it yet. And so she was like, well, you should definitely talk to the manager because your certification will qualify you to teach this type of class. And so that's kind of how that started. She put in a good word for me with the manager. I met the manager liked me. And we got started, and I got started teaching boot camp classes, and then as I progressed, I started teaching more formats such as spinning and Zumba, and I kind of progressed that way. And then as far as training is concerned, about 6 months after I started that, I realized that it was going to be very difficult for me to find a personal training job at an actual gym that paid well enough to really support myself, and so I decided that I was going to open my own business at the age of 19. Which, looking back, I really wasn't ready for, but I did it, and I made it, and I am where I am today because of it. So, so yeah, and from there, that's how I started taking on clients. I used my classes as kind of my marketing base, and I got a lot of clients from my classes who kind of wanted to improve their fitness. And then in 2012, I went ahead and stopped for a little while because I was getting burnt out. I was trying to do too many things at once. I was teaching a crazy amount of classes, and trying to balance that with training was just going to be too hard. And so I had to kind of reevaluate things and take a little break. And then I reopened in March of 2013, and I've been back ever since. So my total years in fitness will be about 4 years. In June, I will have a 4-year experience in the fitness industry, and specifically 3 years with personal training. And what I do differently now that I didn't do before was that I take a much more personalized approach to personal training. That's something you're not going to get with these corporate gyms, and I'm not trying to disparage anybody or talk badly about anybody, but from what I've seen, having worked in a corporate gym environment, is that the training quality is extremely low and it's very expensive. So that's something you really have to consider as a consumer. Am I getting what I'm paying for? Am I getting really what I'm paying for, or are they kind of shortchanging me? And in my opinion, I think they shortchange you. I don't think their trainers really have that zest for the industry. I don't think that they're particularly knowledgeable either. A lot of them just look really good in a tight t-shirt and have one certification, and they basically train. And some of the things that I've heard these trainers say is honestly just appalling. So that's kind of where I stand as far as corporate training goes. I think whenever you hire a trainer, you should hire a private trainer, someone who literally doesn't get a base salary unless they have clients, someone who lives and breathes and eats based upon how well they treat their clients. I think you're going to get a better value that way, and you're usually going to get a better price too. So I take a much more personal approach. I really try and get inside my client's head and kind of get an idea of what they're dealing with on a day-to-day basis. And then from there, try and create a plan that will get them the best possible results for them in their situation. Not every client is in a position to maximize their results. I have a lot of clients who could be way farther along than they are, but they are just, for whatever reason, they're busy or they don't have the budget for it, or there's a lot of excuses you can use. But what I can do is, what I try to do with my clients is give them the best that I can based on their circumstances and based on the time that I have them. So that's kind of what I do. As far as my education goes, I'm a senior at Fresno State for the kinesiology department, exercise science. So literally, for the past 3 years, every single class that I've had has tied into exercise and exercise science, and I'm very grateful for that because it's kept me extremely current. A lot of my professors, they all have doctorates in the industry, and they keep themselves current, and so they've kept me and my fellow classmates, kept them current as well. So, and I also have great resources in the form of teachers and colleagues that I can go to when I am lost or don't have an answer to a certain question. I have places to go where I can get those answers. So that's kind of been my benefit with being at Fresno State. I'll be graduating in December, so I'm really almost done. I've pretty much maxed out the amount of kinesiology classes I can take. I've got about, I had one activity class, but as far as the exercise science curriculum is, I've met all my core requirements. So the next step for me is probably going to be grad school, because I don't want to ever stop learning and stop being better at my job. That's just my personality. And then I also have a number of certifications. I have not only a certified personal training certification from now the ACSM, which is the gold standard as far as certifications go. ACSM is the top tier certification body, and their exam is one of the most difficult CPT exams to take. And I passed it, and I took it, passed it on the first try. Thanks not only to the study materials I was given, but also to my amazing professors who prepared me well to take an ACSM exam. I also have my, and that will give me the ability to train somebody who's looking for general weight loss or general body composition improvement in general. And then I also have my USAW weightlifting certification for the level 1 sports performance. So that allows me to coach, to do strength and conditioning coaching on a private level or at a high school or a college. It gives me that one up on the competition. And so if you're looking to get into like real competitive weightlifting, or just looking to improve your own strength and conditioning, that certification kind of gives me the ability to coach you through a lot of the main weightlifting movements, such as the clean and jerk and the snatch, and really focus on power output, power development, and strength development. So that kind of gives me a more competitive edge and gives me some of the knowledge it takes to train a competitor, as opposed to just someone looking for general fitness. And then I also have my AFA group exercise certification, and that allows me to teach a wide variety of group fitness formats, and including like boot camps or any sort of like strength training or general aerobics class at a fitness gym. I also have my spinning certification through Mad Dog Athletics, and I haven't used that in a while since I haven't been really doing much instructing, but there was a time when I was teaching up to like 4 or 5 spin classes a week, and so that definitely came in handy for me. And then I have a number of Zumba licenses. I've got my Zumba Basic 1 and Basic 2 license, I've got my Zumba Pro Skills license, and I have my Zumba Centao license. So that allows me to teach a variety of formats of Zumba and just really be as good as I possibly can as a teacher. I can tell you that if you hire me, what I can provide to you is someone who actually is there to be your advocate and is there to not only put you through a workout, but I'm here also to try and teach you things so that when you leave my my services and you leave my business, you hopefully have what you need to be successful. If you leave me and you basically revert back to your old ways, I feel like I've failed, because I want all my clients to be successful, whether they work with me or work with somebody else. I'm very passionate, and sometimes that gets me in trouble because sometimes I'm too passionate, and it can come off a little aggressive. But what I try and do is I'm trying to get my clients to appreciate that they can do it, and it's going to be a lot of work, and it's going to be a vigilant effort on their part, but they can do this, and they can be successful. So you kind of get your own personal cheerleader with me. You also get somebody who has access and knowledge to information that is not readily available, that most trainers don't have access to, and that being a lot of the ACSM journals, a lot of the NSCA journals, and also the number of professors that I've had who have a lot of experience in the field. I have them as my resources. So you get somebody who has a lot of those resources that if you go to a trainer, a corporate gym, you're not going to have. Another thing is that I'm constantly varying the workout, and I'm constantly taking contemporaneous notation to try and improve the standard of the training and what you are getting. So, for instance, when we're in a training session, I'm going to be taking notes and taking down not only how you feel but how you're performing, what you're doing, what can we do differently, and then that goes into the training program, and hopefully I can give you some sort of assessment and some advice on how to maximize your performance. So that's what you get with me. You get somebody who's really not only living and breathing the industry, but also really wanting you to be successful, and will go that extra step and that extra mile to make you successful. And I'm not. A lot of people discredit me because I am not this big hulking bodybuilder. I don't have a perfect six-pack, all this kind of stuff. But really, the truth is, to be a good trainer, you don't need any of that. You need you need to be an active person at the gym, and I am. I work out 3 to 5 days a week. Usually I work out 4 to 5 actually at CrossFit, and then I stay active through a number of Zumba events that I teach at, and I will be starting to teach aerobics again this summer. So my days at the gym will probably be even more coming this summer. You also need somebody who really has the knowledge, and that's really what's important. It's not what the person looks like, it's do they have the knowledge to train you. And I do, and I'm not trying to boast about myself, but I say that because I want people to feel confident when they're training with me. So that's just a little bit about myself. If you're interested in training with me, now you have a little better idea of what it is I can provide you as a trainer. And if you have any more questions, you're more than welcome to message my fitness page, or you can send me a contact form on my website, which is www.bfitfresno.com. And I hope to hear from you. I love answering questions, so feel free to submit any questions that you might have. And until the next time, I will talk to you soon. Bye.